Hello, my friend. Let's talk about Breath of Fire and how we can actually do Breath of Fire for our 28 days of devotion. Now, as I said in the intro video, this really is a practice, and even for me, it's something that I have only recently started incorporating more and more in my everyday. So it's still something that I'm working on within my personal practice as well. And I'm letting you know that so that you can kind of start to dissipate any pressure that you might be feeling about doing it perfectly or doing it for a certain amount of time, because it's gonna be different for everybody. Now, we are working a lot with the abdominal muscles as well, so we're gonna get really strong in our core just from doing Breath of Fire, which I think is pretty exciting because our core and having a strong core helps us with so much in our daily life. It's not about having the abs, but it supports us with our lower back, with our spine, with how we walk, how we sit, how we move, and how we be in our body is such an important aspect to the quality of life that we have. Now, Breath of Fire, how am I going to show you this? Basically, we are pumping, so it's going to look like pumping the belly. It's almost like a squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. And with Breath of Fire, the exhale is very forced. We're kind of pumping here, and the exhale comes out of the nose. And the inhale is very passive. So you can imagine that when the belly comes out again, that's like pulling the air back in, which is essentially how breathing works, but we're doing it very passively. We're not kind of intentionally moving the diaphragm. It's just this gradual kind of pull in. Now, to show you how the belly looks, just to give you a bit of an insight here, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take in an inhale, an exhale, go empty, and then we begin. So you get an idea there, we're kind of pulling in the belly. Now, we're starting at 30-second rounds. We're going to move up to 2-minute rounds. It might get to a point where you feel like other parts of your body are kind of wanting to squeeze because the muscles in the core are not quite strong enough yet, but we're like intentionally wanting to push that. That's okay. Let it be what it needs to be. If you need to take a little moment, kind of just recenter and reground, do what you need to do. This is your practice as well as it is a 28-day devotion where you're following, myself who's guiding you through. Make it your own and make it what you need it to be. And that is really all I have to say about how we're going to be doing Breath of Fire. You might want to take some time to just practice the and also start to notice which other parts of your body are moving. Like for me, sometimes my chest starts to move as well. So it's about coming back into that center, isolating that space, and letting that be the guide as you breathe. Thank you so much for being here, for listening. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know below and I will get back to you as soon as I can before we start our 28 days of devotion.